Don't play with it. Stay with it. Baby, don't play with it. Yeah. I just want a rough nut nigga from the block. Give me good dick, nigga, hit it in the sock. Usually keep it semi when he choke, keep in the Glock. Ain't afraid to pull him at that shit go Yeah. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Dive inside that water, you can't swim cause it ain't safe with it. They stay tripping. Stay tripping. These bitches can't take me, I can tell that's what that face giving. Can't compare me to no bitches I be shitting on. Pop out at the proper, I'm a baddie with that shit on. Stand up for my bitches, never chase, I throw a fit for them. Never chase these niggas, I'm too busy chasing millions. Like pull up, pop out, we run to it, they hot out. Back then they ain't fuck me, I ain't even got time now. Mad cause they can't reach me, I ain't on they time now. Never thought I'd make it this far, no I can't calm down. Give me pesos, it's windows. Talking all that shit but you won't say it to my face, ho. I can see right through them bitches off of this, I played up. With my real bitches, I ain't fucking with no fake hoes. Running me in, all blue hunters and rubber bands. Ain't get a nigga no pussy, think I hella bands. They can't drip like this, I flies a pelican. I flies a pelican. Big Lonnie, big boss status, PME. Everything I do is B.I.G. ho. Fuck they playing with. Play with it, play with it. Baby, don't play with it. Yeah. I died.
Clock away radio.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Two-seaters, you and me. She my baby, call her my beauty. She's so perfect like she made for me. Never ever let it come between. This life I made my babe. Wanna take her place. Those ain't the games I play. Shorty, get up by my face. Got my soul amazing. Still tall skyscraper. She picked me up when I'm down. She held me down when I was down. Trial cases and courtside in the game. Used to hop out trains. Now I'm in the cool switching lanes. Building up together. Take a switch the weather. We always better together. Anybody doing it better. Make it last forever. She a diamond shine like bezels. I'm reclining while she grabbing. Push the pedal to the metal. Yeah. Two-seaters, you and me. She my baby, call her my beauty. She's so perfect like she made for me. Never ever let it come between. They ain't the same as my babe. They wanna take her place. Those ain't the games that I play. She my baby, call her my beauty. Me, you built for baby, we focus on running it up. Try to shit that life for real. You a real bitch, ain't giving it up. Can nobody take my place, baby? I'm the one you love. Can nobody make you rain, baby? You know I'm enough. If we
What's up, y'all? Filoosh Talk, tuning in the world premiere live on YouTube. We on my Instagram, we on Facebook. Thanks for all everybody that's tuning in, everybody who's sharing and shouting me out, everybody who reached out to me. I really appreciate that shit, man. It ain't a lot of love like back in the day. We gotta take it back to back in the day, y'all, to where we really loving each other, you know what I mean? But we here, this Dame.
This that. What's
We
going
live.
on with y'all, man? We live. It's finally here. Filoosh
Glock
Talk.
Aware Radio. We live on Glock Aware Radio. I want everybody to tune in.
Tune in.
You know,
Shout out to them.
We got the links for y'all to tune in too. We're gonna be getting real interactive. This really the introduction show.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna give y'all too much. We just, giving y'all something like a good feel for us, you know what I'm saying? But
So
tap
tap in,
in, man.
Yeah, man. I'm on Facebook Live. So just tap in with me. We gonna interact with y'all, ask questions. It's like a barbecue. We gonna have a good time, man. We gonna have a good time.
But starting out, man, tell me a little bit about you, man. Like, where you from, man? What part of the city, man?
Originally, I'm from West, and then I moved to Uptown. I've been in Uptown for like the last 15 plus years. So, Uptown adopted me, man. I'm here.
Uptown, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel
man.
you, man. But, what made you want to get into this podcast and stuff, bro? Tell them something about it.
Man, I've been trying to get in the podcast game for a little bit now, man. I do some sketch comedy with Uptown Cinema. Shout out to Uptown Cinema, man. We got
Shout out.
A lot of videos, a lot of sketch comedy videos or whatever. So I decided, man, I want to do something a little different. I want to change gears but still do what I do. So I want to do a podcast, and was talking to a few people. Nothing was sticking. Then, me and you had a conversation, and, we talked about it for a little bit, quite some time.
Yes, sir.
And then I decided it was time to make that move, man. And from there, it was history. I mean,
Yes, sir.
That's how we got started.
Yes, sir. That's some deep stuff, man. I feel you. But we're gonna be getting into some live topics, man. On this show, we're gonna be talking about relationships. We're gonna be talking about, how can we affect the youth, all the crime that's going on in the city of Philadelphia and internationally. How could we affect our community? You know what I mean? But we're gonna be talking some other heavy stuff.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Tell me.
Sending y'all through a range of emotions, man. There's gonna be laughter. There's gonna be some serious topics. It's like being at a family cookout, man. Real rap. It's like being at a family cookout, man. We're gonna turn up. We're gonna have a good time and just talk our shit. We want to interact with y'all, so definitely, comment. Definitely, shout out suggestions, and we'll get back and forth with you and interact.
Yeah, we're gonna be having a lot of open conversation, man. A lot of real open conversation. So, whatever y'all want to know, however y'all want to get busy, if y'all got some questions for us, anything. I want to start off by giving a major shout out. I want to talk about the beginning of Filoosh, right? Today is a special day to me, you know what I mean? So I'm going to just take it back. Filoosh, the brand, started off 19 years ago in the basement uptown on Vernon Road, right? Me and one of my homies, his name Jason Thompson, we was trying to come up with something positive to do that was out of the way and out of the streets, nothing crazy. We started doing shirts. They was handcrafted with fabric paint and everything. We wasn't doing nothing with machines, vinyl or nothing. We was just trying to figure out something to do. So we started doing these shirts. My man was like a freestyle artist. So we was doing shirts in the basement. One shirt was taking 4 hours. The first Filoosh shirts, man, we was doing custom shirts for people, man, 19 years ago. But fast forward some years later, my homie who I started Filoosh with, he got killed in a bar in a senseless crime in my eyes, A little bar fight turned into something more. But fast track, I was going to a show 6 years ago, a Oskino show, and I got 3 Filoosh sweatshirts made, man. And I never stopped doing clothes since, man. I started doing some of the biggest fashion shows with Philly Stormer Fashion. Shout out my man EA, Fran, Daddy, Yama. So my homie who lost his life, God bless his soul, never seen this type of action. He never seen what's going on today and a lot of major stuff I did. So that's a lot of the motivation behind it. So hopefully I'm going to have a show. We're going to interview his mom. We're going to talk about senseless crime and how it affects our family. I already spoke to her and confirmed that. So this is his birthday, man. I just want to shout out my man Jason Thompson. I just wanted to give y'all a little background on how Filoosh got started, the brand. Now we on Filoosh Talk. My man and a part of this movement, man. It's real, man. There's a lot with the motivation of it. So we want to feed y'all with a lot of positive energy. And we want to talk some shit, man. So, let's have some fun, man. Whatever y'all want to talk about, we could talk about. You know what I mean? We going to hop into some stuff. And just talk, But on some, we want to hop into some trending topics, man. Some stuff that's going on out here, man.
For sure.
The first topic, we want to talk about in the music this week. Drake album drop, man.
Shit garbage. It's garbage, man.
And say it's garbage, man.
Whole fucking album garbage.
The album, it's hard to be critical in music, but Drake is a real spitter, man. So it disappointed me. You know what I mean? I want more. I want something better. But I love that he's still pushing 10 albums, 8, 9, 10, however many albums later. You have to respect that in the game. But the sound has changed so much, man. Like, we come from the land of spitters, man. We want to hear that shit, bro. I come from wanting to hear just that, you know what I mean?
They don't do it like that no more, man. They don't do it like that no more. Listen, Drake, his album isn't really for us. It ain't that for us. It ain't been for us for a long time now. You know what I mean?
And I respect that because I know music is in a different space at this time. So you have to pick and choose what you like. But I'm going to tell you something. I like the Meek Mills and Rick Ross joint, man. I'm really feeling that joint. I'm feeling the energy of it. Beautiful workout song. Crazy in the Will. I just like that kind of energy, man. I like hard beats, man. That's just me. I used to be in the booth myself. I used to get busy, so I just got a love for that music.
Let me ask something. Dan.
I can't give it to him yet, man. This the intro show, man. I'm gonna let y'all hear something. I'm gonna play some music for y'all. We're gonna get crazy.
Definitely gotta hear something.
But I definitely want to let y'all know I got a love for music, man. We're gonna bring some artists up here. We're gonna be interviewing some good people, man. We're gonna have some perspectives on here. I want to get into parenting also, accountability on the both sides,
Right.
fathers and mothers, because I believe that's where to start at of failure in our community. So, I want to interview some moms. I want to get into the child support system. I want to ask the question, can we have a father that's a nurturer and has a good job and has time for his kids? Can a woman understand that most men don't have that? They don't have both. It's hard to have a lot of money and a lot of time. So we have to start choosing better choices for our kids, definitely the young men. I think some of these young men should be with their fathers, man, at a young age. And we're going to bring some women up here and get their perspective. We're going to bring some fathers up here and get their perspective. We're going to tell our story.
Definitely bring these young boys up.
We're going to bring the kids up and talk about the effects of parenting and how growing up and not having a two-parent household affects our kids.
And then just how they feel about their pops in general. I mean,
Yeah.
growing up without him or growing up barely seeing him or growing up with his mom bad mouthing him.
Yeah.
I mean, so definitely get their perspective because
We're going to have a deep series on that, man. And the crazy part, I even want to interview my kids, man. Because I believe that we got to break the shell and not just tell an outside story. I want to tell my story, too. You know what I mean? And I want it to be educational because I want to educate young men on how to move forward in everything they're doing. You know what I mean? The stuff I try to teach my sons, and hopefully, we touch somebody, man,
Definitely gonna be transparent with y'all. This show we gonna be real. I mean, all the time, man. No fake, just all real. So we definitely gonna get all sides of how people feel. The children, the fathers, the mothers, and we just gonna talk and we gonna have some honest conversation, man.
We're going to have a show where we bring a mom up here that receives child support and one that don't, We're going to bring fathers up here that tell their story. And hopefully we can impact our neighborhoods and our communities in a better way to where men start having some of these kids, definitely the young men. Let some of these brothers raise their kids, man, if they able to. If they not financially set or they don't have, if they incarcerated and they can't, I respect that. But if a man is out here willing and able and he separates with a woman, let that man have a chance to raise his child also.
Right. We're definitely not talking about the ones that don't. So before we even hop into that whole conversation, we're not talking about the ones that don't do nothing, the ones that don't want to do nothing. We talking about the ones that do what they're supposed to do and they may not, have it all.
And I want all the women to chime in, call in when we have these shows. I really want us to educate our community and be helpful. We ain't gonna bash men. We ain't gonna bash women. We're gonna be in a real helpful light. Other than that, I want to talk some shit about relationships too. We're gonna be like the new relationship gurus, man. When I talk my shit, we're gonna talk some crazy stuff. Our next show, we're going to be talking about, have you ever been in love? I'm posing that question to everybody. I want people to call up. I want people to tell me their definition of being in love this day and age.
Listen, a lot of people don't know what love is. They think they know what love is. A lot of people don't know. So we definitely want to hear what your definition of love is because a lot of us don't know. Man, we don't know how to love properly, man.
It's going to get deep, man, when we start talking about, it's people who've been with people for years and say they not in love. How do you look at something like that? What perspective do you come from on something like that? Well, if you've been with your woman for 3-4 years and she wake up or y'all have a talk, mm-hmm. and she say, I'm not in love with you, how would you feel?
I mean, to be all the way honest, what you mean? I want to know why. Like, I'm confused at this point. What stopped it? But the one thing I do know is that, it's okay for people to grow apart. Like, that may happen, or it may go the other way. I had some old head tell me, right? He was like 70, 75 or something like that. He had been married to his wife for like 35, 40 years. Mm-hmm. And he like, if you be with somebody as long as I've been with somebody, you're going to fall in and out of love with that person several times. No,
I'm asking the question of a person that never was in love ever inside of the relationship. They don't know what being in love feels like. And they've been with their partner for years. How would you view something like that?
Yeah, that's gonna fuck some heads up. Cause...
Yeah, so I want to know, like, what is people's definition of love? And see, we got to track this in the friendship and the family. But next week, we just addressing up relationships, marriage. What does being in love look like? Have you ever been in love 10 years ago, 5 years ago? Now, are you in love with the person that you with? Talk heavy to me, man. I want to know. I'm studying this stuff. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but I'm going to talk some shit. I'm going to get some couples to talking, man. And hopefully some of y'all might go to counseling after I'm done with you.
Some of y'all ain't going to have nobody after this conversation, man. This a heavy topic, man.
Yeah, I'm going in. I'm going to give y'all the real. We going to talk heavy, but
super honest.
Everything is positive, man. We're going to be getting into some deep stuff. I want to get into the dating scene. What is the requirements for men and women? Are people really looking for relationships? I want us to call a spade on what's going on out here, man. And so, for young guys that's
they ain't trying to start trouble in your household.
No, not even in the household, but
this
for young guys.
Start problems for y'all.
For young guys in the early 20s or getting out of college. should they be looking for a woman or looking to settle down right now? Like, we got to give young black males time to grow and be independent, get their own apartment, have some fun. I don't see a lot of young guys getting a chance to do this, man. So, y'all talk to me,
I don't
man.
really think that's true. I don't think that's true. I think these young cats is
You see young guys
life.
traveling, having fun, not locked down, not with no
Well,
cases.
then you got to think about it. Their idea of fun is different from what our idea of fun was. You feel what I'm saying? These young boys don't know real fun. They want to hang out on the corner. They want to run drills and stupid shit like that. Bunch of crash dummies. You know what I mean? So they don't know. The fun is different, but a lot of these young guys, they're not staying tied down. Neither are these little ladies. For real.
But that's my question. Should we be even having that conversation or first building ourselves as people? You understand what I'm saying? Like, first really building ourselves as young men, getting us a skill, a trade, going to college. You 18, graduate from high school, man, run and go be an RN or something, male or female. When you get out, you're 22, 23, the world is yours, man. You got to set certain goals for yourself that make sense, man. If you're going to go to college, have a way to pay for them student loans and all that. Being an RN, I've been in the medical field for years. That's a lucrative business, man. For a young person, 23, 24. You know what I mean? But we got to start coming up with some options, man. I want to bring some brothers up here that got work options for these young men out here that's running drills and, got the ski mask on, really don't see no way out. I want to bring some brothers up here that can get them into construction, welding, different trades, teach them something, you know what I mean? We want to be able to help our community.
Right, give them something to do other than running out there being knuckleheads, because they ain't that, man.
Because right now, we hurting the kids and the women, man, and it's a sad thing. We got to bring attention to this in a positive way. So I also want to bring some young brothers up here, man. Y'all can contact me. I'm reaching out. I'm coming to the hood and everything. I want to bring some young brothers up here that don't feel no way out, don't feel like nobody is listening to them, nobody is communicating, like they don't have no old heads, they dad ain't around, whatever they going through. I want them to come up here, sit down and talk to us, and we're going to figure out a way to help them. I'm dead serious, man. We're going to bring some young boys up here that's really in the trenches, man, and get their voice. We ain't even going to speak for them. We're going to get their voice. You feel me?
Definitely that. So if you are someone who has your own business or has resources, reach out to us so that way we can set up something so we can connect with these young guys and try to get them up off the streets and out the way.
For sure. And I'm going to bring politicians up here. I'm going to bring Brother Omar Sabir up here to tell y'all the power in voting. Why should we vote in our community? What's the importance?
About him.
Omar Sabir, he the commissioner of the city, man. I already spoke with him and let him know we're going to sit down and have an open conversation. Sometime. We're going to spend some time, man. We're going to build. We're going to sit down with some important people, man. I know some very important people in the city that's very thorough and want to come sit down and help our young people. So, any suggestions y'all have, we going to be working, man. We working to help our community. This podcast not only to talk shit and have fun and fuck with relationships, but we going to really figure out other positive ways that we can also help our community. So ride with us, man. Filoosh Talk, we talking heavy, man.
Talking heavy. Listen, and if you got something that we can promote, because we love positivity, man. We love positivity. So if you are someone who's doing something, whether it's ladies, if you're doing makeup, or fellas, if you're doing tattoos, or you got your own little clothing line, get with us, man. Get with us so we can promote y'all.
We're going to be doing some promotion.
we want our spiritual people. Y'all get with us too, man. We promote everything.
Oh man, I want the Imam up here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be, inshallah, I want to bring Imam Idris up here from Masjid Allah. I want to sit down with Pastor Waller. I want to sit down with brothers from all walks of life and really talk to them and bust it up, man. Because I believe until we really unite our community on a high level, what can we do? We can't separate just in walks of life. All our men and women got to stand alone, man. I mean, not alone, together. Pardon me. But for real, we got to work on this, man. I appreciate everybody's support because that's important. We got to learn how to support each other. That's my belief. I've been studying this stuff like we scared to support each other on a high level or big each other up when we see each other making a major play. We have to learn that we all running the same race, man. We all running the same race. I always came from the belief, if my man blow, we all blow. And I'm going to tell y'all something, not to talk y'all ears off. I'm going to let my man Ant talk to y'all. But something powerful about my man Ant. He came to me and said, yo, let's start a podcast, man. And he don't even know, man. I'm getting busy out here, man. Any man that's willing to sacrifice and build from the ground up, I'ma take it there, bro. Cause I'm a hustler. I've been a hustler in everything I ever did. Music, entertainment, fashion, trying to be positive, becoming a corporate hustler, man. See, that's what we're gonna teach these young boys. The options gotta change. Hustling back when we came up, it used to be 20 guys on the corner. Remember the block was crazy? People shooting dice, people having fun. Now in the hood ain't even the same, bro.
Definitely ain't the same.
It ain't the same, so.
You got a bunch of young boys in the summertime, 90-degree weather, wearing pooch shiesties and hoodies and shit. You can't even pump your gas without seeing one of them motherfuckers, man.
But, we got to figure out how to change that narrative, man, because a lot of people think they cute. That's cute. They put a stigma on us. We walking around with these masks on. It's 90 degrees out. You know what I mean? Everybody on alert. Young boy got his face covered, man. We don't know what he think about doing.
Yeah, just look. Stay away from me with that shit. Don't even come near me with a fucking pooch icy mask on, because I'm not talking to you.
But hopefully, man, we can help our culture in even thinking that's fly. You know what I mean? Because these feds and these cops ain't playing, man. They got stuff in New York, and I think they got it in Philly now. They can see through the mask, man. I'm telling you, the world is changing, man. They got cameras on every block. You can shoot somebody on this block, and by the time you get home, they see where you pulled up at. The world has changed, man. So, and we gotta also start looking at each other in a positive light.
Right.
To where even if we going through something, I don't want to kill my brother, man. I got a joint called KKK, man. Kings killing kings, man. I want to look at my next brother like a king, man, and my sisters like queens, to where I would never want to kill a woman, man. And I would hopefully, inshallah, never want to kill a man unless I'm pushed to that point. I'm always trying to lead with a loving hand and stay humble. That's what we supposed to do, man. You know what I mean? All this anger, and in 1 second we kill our brother and we shoot our brother, and we on the internet talking about it, and we hurting ourselves, man.
I just think that we super emotional these days. I mean, we act off emotion. If somebody upset us, we go off the deep end to the point where now we want to take your life, and the shit is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Man, it could be something simple as road rage today. Something simple as somebody changing lanes and get upset, man. Want to blow your brains out. So I just tell everybody, man, be humble, man. Respect your time on this earth, man. Love your brother, man. Love your sister, man. Love your family. And let me tell y'all something that's serious, man. If y'all see somebody going through a mental health crisis, meaning they're acting different than themselves, they having a breakdown, they losing their mind, they need help, and get them the proper help, man. Don't wait till they kill the whole motherfucking family. You know, we got to start knowing our loved ones and seeing the telltale signs so we can alert the proper people, man.
Or just listening. You know what I mean? Because oftentimes they tell you that they're having this break. You know, you have to listen. You know
Man,
what I mean?
the signs be there, bro.
And the signs be there.
So my point is we got to start reacting to the signs and helping our people. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I see you going through something, man, you losing it. You know, whatever happened, I don't know what life-changing thing happened, but you're acting different. I supposed to step in as your homie, bro. How can I help you?
Right,
you know, what's going on with you, man? What's wrong?
Right.
Like, you know, sit down and talk to you. That's what we don't have no more. That's what we lose. So a lot of stuff go unnoticed, you know.
And then we gotta get better at just listening in general. You know, talking with each other. See, the problem is everybody always in their phones, social media, shit like that. We ain't sitting down having real deep conversations.
Right.
We not really sitting down and enjoying each other's time. You know, you go to a restaurant, you see a bunch of motherfuckers on their phone.
Right.
You know what I mean? Taking pictures of their food and shit.
This the land of the internet, man.
Nobody want to see your fucking food every time you go out to a restaurant.
But see, when you older, you gotta remember. We remember times that they didn't have that. So some people born after a certain time, they grew up in the cell phone internet era.
Right.
To where you in the same house texting your folks, yo, you upstairs? What you doing? We ain't grow up in that era, man. You know, when I came up, man, like, to be known, you had to really, really be outside, man. To have a name in the city, you had to really be somebody. It wasn't no Instagram and, you know what I mean? So we in a different day and time where everything is internet. So hopefully we using that in the best way. Let's get some money off the internet, y'all.
Listen, hold on. I want to go back to that real quick. So back when we was young boys, right, when we went outside, we used to take fucking bike rides, fucking 2 counties over and shit. You know what I mean? Parents wouldn't know where the fuck we at. They wouldn't know where we at, what we doing, nothing. If something happened to us, it'll take them at least 2 fucking days to find us. You know what I mean? We ain't had no cell phones. My point is, these kids, they sit in the house all day long. I mean, I know my little cousin, his mom got to beg him to go outside.
Man, that's
Gotta
sad.
beg him to go outside. He want to sit
sad.
on the game all day. You know what I mean? On the cell phone all day. And they just not having fun. We fucking play manhunt. We be out all fucking night until it's time for us to go in.
The crazy part, I think we got to start teaching them what's fun again. So, you know, really showing them, like, we can travel, man. We can have fun. We can see the world, man. Let's explore. We got to stop setting limits. Let's have some fun, man. You know, let's turn up. But also it's a time to turn up and a time to be serious, to buckle down, work hard, get your paper. You know what I mean? That's what I tell my sons and, you know, these youngins, you got to separate your time frames. When you going to work hard and when you going to chill. See, everybody want to turn up, do what these people doing on the internet. No, man, go work for what you want. Go work for what you want, man. I don't care what your hustle is, man. You can't be a bad hustler and a bad worker. You gotta pick one of the two, man. That was my thing. You know what I mean? If I go work and hustle, or you know what I'm gonna do? Some of these guys are bad hustlers and bad workers, And what you think happens when that happens? They look at the man next to him. They want to blow somebody's motherfucking head off, man. This motherfucker riding up. He chilling. He got the chicks in the hood. He moving around. And I'm struggling. No, brother, you got to work for what you want, man. You know, I don't never like to brag enough, but I've been working hard since I was 14, man. I started off my first job, regular job at 14, man. I done been in the streets, I done did this, I done did that. But I always believed that a man has to work until he can create his own income. And if you getting the kind of paper that you don't have to clock in nowhere, I respect you. But if you a small-time hustler and you getting an ounce of this and a bottle of pills of that, and you ain't working nowhere, you trying to chill with the women, you trying to take the pics on IG, it ain't gonna work. You gonna get frustrated. You gonna get frustrated, man. You ready to burn and connect right now. You only had an ounce allowed, or Zaza, or rapper, trapper weed, whatever they call it.
Whatever they call that shit.
You know, and y'all watch these drugs out here, man, for real. Like, I don't know what they putting in these drugs. I'm talking about street drugs, stuff you can walk up to the corner and buy. Listen, we in a new day and age, y'all. I remember Rican Land, Fifth and Glenny, Russell Street. Y'all can say all them fly streets, the back blocks. I remember you could ride up and just put the money out the window. But guess what? They putting some shit in these drugs that'll kill you. I ain't playing with you, man. The numbers are staggering. A lot of young brothers are losing their life because it's shocking their body. This fentanyl, these 30s, this heroin. Trust me, man.
Fucking them up, man.
You gotta make choices, young brothers, man. We don't need to be young drug addicts, man. Back when we came up, man.
Now, hold on. We not gonna pretend like it wasn't drug addicts.
No, I'm talking about when we came up and you was hustling, man. You was on some fly shit, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about dressing, throwing that shit on. I'm talking about when we come up, young guys was putting on dress slacks and Barcelinos and shoes and
15,
butter lovers,
fucking Lexus, and
silk
BMW.
shirts, the first Acuras, the Lexuses, you know what I mean? Rims and all that. Now the hustlers, shit, I don't know what they look like no more, man. You don't even know the motherfucker hustling. OG, loud out. You walking in the gas station, man. The crazy part, man. I'm telling you, times has changed, man.
Yeah, times definitely changed. Yeah.
And I tell youngins, like, it's more money when you buckle down and go get some real paper, go get you a job or something, man. It ain't no money in running around being something you not, man.
Facts.
And another option I'm going to say that's crazy, after all these years, man, I would like to see young brothers who turn like 18, right? And they don't have no option, man. They come from a tough mom and dad and a tough household. And
Right.
I'm sad to say, man, I would probably send them to the service, man.
But why?
The reason why, because sometimes we don't have any options, and sometimes these young men go to the penitentiary without seeing the world. And that could give them sometimes discipline. Sometimes we don't have a proper discipline like to go to school or go to work. But some guys come home okay, you know, from the service. Come home in shape, clean cut. You ain't on no drugs. You done travel to different states. They help you get your credit in order. It can be positive, man. But if we in a mind state that we can just turn 18, 19 and let these kids run out into the world, trust me, man, you gotta have a plan.
I don't think throwing them in the service is the answer, though. You know what I mean?
I'm not ever saying that's the answer, and anybody can chime in on this. I'm just saying I think we should utilize it as an option because we have so many young people that's lost.
The reason for that is we don't sit down and we don't really talk to them and have a good conversation with them. You know, the communication is gone. We don't communicate. We don't sit them down and have a, full-blown conversation on, what being a man is like we should. Not enough of us. Of course,
but the point is, a lot of young guys feel like they don't have nobody to have a conversation with. So if you are a teenage right now and your dad ain't around or you ain't got no thorough brothers in your family that can have a proper talk with you, how would you address that? Who would you talk to? You know what I mean? This is the question we got to start posing. We got to figure out.
But that's what I mean. They got to get better on our end, the old heads, because they don't have no real thorough old heads. Everybody they look up to doing the shit that they do. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody thorough telling them something different or to do something different. They learning from their environment. So we definitely got to sit them down and have those real conversations with them.
But see, that's my point. If you don't have that, and you have to sacrifice, and you have to figure out your family ain't doing good, your home life ain't good, sometimes we got to relocate. We got to get away from that. That's our problem. We don't know how to switch our environment sometimes. Sometimes your home life can be toxic, right? You're not in a proper home life. So now you might need to get out the city. Some of our kids not college ready. We got to start being real, man. Call a spade, man. Some of them don't like school. I wasn't a dude that was, I should have went to college, but I didn't. We got to start keeping it real.
Well, I think that's what the trade schools are for. And instead of going to universities and things like that, and pick up a good trade, they'll never go broke.
That's always an option. We're going to be talking about that on Filoosh Talk, trade schools, different stuff young guys can get into to help them before they get deep into the streets, man. Even while you're in high school, we're going to figure out ways to help. Trust me, Filoosh Talk, I'm on the job, man. Right. I want to help the community. I'm going to talk my talk on the way. I'm going to talk my talk.
It's going to get funny, y'all. Bear with us, man. Bear with us, ride with us. You know what I mean? It's
next week's show is going to be crazy, man. We're going to have a special guest. I'm not sure who. We're going to have a special guest. We're going to talk about, have you ever been in love? I don't want to hear you was 15 in high school. None of that. I want to hear about grown folks' relationships, a man that you respect as a leader of the household, that's putting that work in. Brothers, call up. I want to hear about a woman that's on point, that make you feel like your day is everything, man. If you tell me you're in love, now if you tell me you never been in love, we're going to get into that too. We want to figure out why not. If you with a woman or you with a person and you not in love, I want to tap into you.
Tapping in that, we're tapping in that.
I want to tap into you because sometime, right, you be with a person that's not the person you're supposed to be with.
I think that's more than sometimes. I think that's going to happen a couple times. Not just once, not just twice.
But see, we also got to figure out how can we be by ourselves. You know what I mean? Some people not cool by themselves.
Right.
I got a homie. I ain't going to say his name. Fuck it, I'm going to say his name. This is my man. My man Archie. He crazy as shit about relationships, right? But I love that he's always in control, man. I never really seen him like hurt. He a boy that's like, it's hard for a chick to get him in a relationship or in love, man. And I respect it, man. Because he a hard-working brother, man. Worked 2 jobs over 15 years, man. So, I like to see, I want our men to be in control more, man. You know what I mean? You know, my man commented, he said, facts! Learn to be alone. Learn to be by yourself, my man.
Do that, Nina, please.
I respect that, man. I respect that because a man has to learn also to be independent. Because women respect that more. You know, when you meet a woman and you move in the first week, how's she going to look at you, man? A man moving with you says the first week, how you feel, man? Do you feel like he homeless or he really love you?
Insane. If that nigga moving with you the first week, that nigga was homeless.
You got kids running around and every motherfucking thing. Excuse me?
Yo, you know what else we got to talk about, man? We have to talk about, you know, what's the proper conversations to have when you get with somebody? When you guys start linking up? Like, do you talk about boundaries? You had to talk about that. Raising kids. All that type of shit, I feel like we don't talk about. And then after like 2-3 months, motherfucker get a chick pregnant, and now y'all fucking stuck.
Yeah.
For fucking 18 plus
years.
But
I'm going to get so deep, shit, we even be making a baby. Won't chick get pregnant? No, we're going to talk about that way before. You know, brothers, if you have an unprotected sex, there's a possibility you could have a kid, okay? So we got to start keeping it a bean. Have a conversation with this woman. Are you on birth control? Do you take anything? Are you seeing a doctor? Matter of fact, have you been to the doctor, baby girl? Yeah, ask him the same thing. Motherfucker, let's look at paperwork.
Regardless of the answer, strap up. Now, I know some cats that don't like to strap up.
Oh, man, we're going to get into the raw back guys, the guys
we need y'all to come on the show.
that don't mind being protected. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, man. A man that learned that protection is important and that you can really have good sex with protection on, you're a top tier dude, man. Some of these guys can't hit the booty bop with the condom on, man. I'm keeping it real with you, bro. Some of these bulls can't knock the ball out the ballpark with the condom on. I'm saying, ladies, we're going to bring some ladies up here, man. We're going to have some fun talking crazy up here.
Because you got some chicks that's like Sexy Red, and they don't wear condoms either.
I'm scared, man.
I'm scared of them.
I'm scared. I didn't even see Sexy Red video, but I'm hearing a lot, man. I don't know. They say that the cootie box was a couple different shades, man. I don't know. I didn't see it. That kind of stuff at this age don't really amuse me, man. But I know it's trending. I got to start tapping in because now we on the world's biggest podcast, Filoosh Talk. So we got to be up on everything. But listen, we got to watch what we put on this internet, man. Because I don't know what happened with that woman, but if her having sex in her bedroom made it viral on that level, I don't know. If a man took a picture while she was asleep, I don't know what.
That nigga was corny. He was corny for that shit. I mean, that shit, you don't get no cool points for doing no shit like that. You know what I mean? Not at all.
Yo, my man just made a comment. He said, if you can't hit it raw, don't hit it at all. I'm going to leave his name anonymous on this one. You heard me? But I'm going to tell you this. I don't agree with that, man. I heard a couple guys tell me that. And I just beg to disagree because this day and age, man, you don't know what a person has, man. A person will put something on you that had you itching and bitching.
You never knew what a motherfucker had.
No, we in a different day and time. This new shit.
It's always been that way.
Bro, listen.
It's always been that way.
You cannot go wrong today and not had nothing to worry about, man. We in the new day and age, bro. These women will pass you off something that you never had, brother. And the same, I know it's the same on the other side. The women are saying these men passing the same thing off. I don't know, but I'm telling y'all, it's best to be protected. Take your time. Don't jump out there sticking your thing in anything, man. Take your time. For me, this is Mr.
Ain't nobody taking their time. Ain't nobody taking their time.
These guys going straight in.
You know the crazy part about it is, right? Chicks like to wear no condom just as much as niggas, because half these chicks don't tell these niggas to put on no condom. They don't ask about a condom. They don't say, hey, where your condom at? They got one of those? They don't say nothing. They just raw dogging it too.
Well, I understand. At least I want to hear a man got to the spot and had the condom in his pocket and slipped up. But don't go in the spot and tell me, man, you plan on going raw off and diggity dog.
Listen, like
don't
my
tell
said,
me you did that, man.
My man said, if you can't hit it raw, don't hit it at all. That's his slogan.
I don't agree with that, man. I believe as a man, you got to take pride in yourself. We got to be clean on some level. We got to set a certain standard. I am at the age where if I was single, there's no way in the world I would just be going raw. That's me. I'm different.
Listen, you walk past some motherfuckers, you feel the heat coming up off of them. You know what I mean?
And see, I'm the type of dude, I believe you can knock the cootie box upside down with a condom on, man. That's me. That's my opinion. Some guys say, if you can't feel this and feel that. Listen. If you really know how to hit them walls, whether you got a condom on or not, you're going to do what's supposed to be done.
No, I do think, right, if you've been in messing with the same, what'd he say? Take showers.
Yo, take
showers with your clothes on.
My man talking
heavy. Man don't wear no
my
drawers.
Man say he don't take showers with his clothes on. Hold up.
What they say?
My other man say, I'm too small for a condom. Oh.
Dang.
Let me tell you this, brother. If you're too small for a condom,
and then hang that shit up, man.
That's another show, brother. I cannot
topic.
help you, brother. Listen, tell her y'all gonna watch XX and X together or something, man. You can't enter the cootie box if you too small for a condom. God bless you, my brother.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that, man. That's a tough call. That's a tough call.
and you shoot the club up and you got a small wee-wee? Yo, bro, stop that dumb shit.
Watch out for him.
Yo, it's crazy out here. I'm going to tell y'all something, man. We going to have so much fun on Filoosh Talk.
Right.
We going to have y'all laughing, crying. My man said through a range of emotions. I totally agree. It's going to be more like an open forum, man. We not looking to interview the biggest celebrities in the world right now. We going to talk some talk. I want us to talk some talk. I want to stir up some stuff.
Stir up some shit. Yeah.
I want to stir up some shit. I want to have people really talking, and not even just in a negative way. I want motherfuckers to really be able to help their relationship. They gonna call me the hood doctor when I'm done with this shit. Watch, bro.
Hey, look, we definitely gonna make some people mad. It's definitely gonna be a lot of motherfuckers mad, and we gonna definitely get some hate for some of this shit, because I know they ain't gonna be off the wall with some of that shit.
Oh man, we gonna have fun, man.
We gonna have motherfuckers hating us for a second.
The first show, I want y'all to get ready. No bullshit. Have you ever been in love, man? Don't tell me no BS stories. Don't make up no fairy tales with your mate and you really a sad puppy. Tell me the real story. If you in love, I want you to hit me the fuck up, man, and tell me what that is, what that feel like. If you was, tell me what that time was like. But please don't call up here with no BS. Don't comment with no BS. If you a sad puppy and you ain't really happy with your mate, don't play with us, man. Up at Filoosh Talk, we keep it real. We gonna keep it real up here, man.
All the way funky.
We gonna keep it real.
Listen, another thing I want to talk about is the OnlyFans thing. I feel like that's his ass backwards. Cause why are you paying for OnlyFans when you can just go on Pornhub? You can get whatever you want on Pornhub.
Well, see, we in a new day and age, man. I'm not really educated on the OnlyFans thing, but I know it's $1 million, $1 billion profitable thing.
And
so,
crazy,
you know, when you
crazy.
deal with the internet and everything is at your disposal, at your fingertips, man, OnlyFans, man, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah, we got to have a show about the Cash App babies, man. You know that. Oh, man. We going to have some fun. Y'all, we going to have a Cash App baby show. A cougar baby show.
And they put your old picture up next to your new picture.
We gonna have so much fun, man. Everybody that's tapping into the live, everybody that's commenting, man, I appreciate all y'all, man. Every week, 6 to 7, we gonna be on Glockaware Radio. Shout out my man Ant. Mm-hmm. We gonna show y'all, we gonna take y'all on a journey through Filoosh clothing. You know, really tap in with us, man. Tap in with us. We gonna have some fun. I'm going to bring some people up here that's going to have y'all laughing. I'm going to have y'all laughing. And off the easy.
Look, listen, we doing a lot. We doing a lot, man. Like I said, family barbecue. Just think about it being like at a family barbecue. With your aunties, your cousins, y'all laughing, talking shit. Some people going to leave the conversation mad as hell. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. But we definitely going to take y'all through these emotions, man, and we going to have a good time.
And we're going to be super interactive, man. Y'all going to be able to tap in with us. We're going to figure out how to have y'all calling in. We're going to be on live every week, 6 to 7. Live on YouTube, man. Go to our pages. Follow us, man. Follow Filoosh1 on IG.
Follow Aunt Mr. Not Your Regular. You know, Filoosh Talk Podcast. Follow that with that Instagram post page.
Yes, follow the new IG, Filoosh Talk. Filoosh _?
No, it's just Filoosh Talk Podcast.
Filoosh Talk Podcast, man. Tap in, y'all. Tap in, man. I want to thank everybody for tapping in to the first episode. Ride on this journey. We going to grow. We going to blow. All the sponsors and everybody, holla at us. We next up, baby. Filoosh Talk. We next up, trust me.
Right.
Thanks for tapping in, y'all. Have a good night, man. God bless y'all,
man.